Rider up here in Telluride, Colorado, having a ball. Sun's shining. People are having a great time. Wish you're here with us. We'll see you out there at one of our shows. You can look us up at www.riderrock or TellurideRocks.com. Thank you.
Come see us.
Formal paradise awaits me. The only thing is I don't know where. 'Cause if you fly too close to the sun, you know you might get burned.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Caitlin Cattell, KOTO reporter. Tonight on Off the Record, we've invited members from the band Rider to the show. Here in our studio is Bear Quisenberry and bassist Jay Drange joining me in the studio. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us here.
How are you?
If the band name sounds familiar, it's because you might have heard about them. They're going to play in Mountain Village tomorrow night. And they also just released an album dedicated entirely to the town of Telluride. So the title of your CD, Telluride Rocks, has a track called Telluride on My Mind. There's also another called King of Telluride, and there's also a track called Sweet Telluride. So tell me, what's your fascination with Telluride?
Well, Caitlin, the CD is about Telluride, of course, but I wouldn't say that we're fascinated with Telluride as much as inspired by. My family and I, back up a little bit, we're all from Fort Worth, Texas, and my family and I are blessed enough to come up here every summer the last 7 or 8 years, and spring breaks whenever we can, and it's just hard not to get inspired by this place. This is actually Jay's first time in Telluride, and I wish I had a picture of what his face looked like when we made the corner and he saw the Box Canyon for the first time. And not to mention we saw the herd of elk and the whole deal, so it was like I had it planned out for him, before he got here. But no, just it's a spiritual place to me. I'm not really a religious guy, but you can't help but feel spiritual in this environment up here and inspired. And being up here in the summertime provided downtime that I never get at home to write music and write songs. And naturally, in this environment, in this town, and the people here, and just everybody and everything that I've met and done, it just inspired the CD.
Telluride is on my mind. Tell me about that song.
Well, that song is just kind of a fun party song. There's not a whole lot of intellectualism to it. You could find me at the OB, lay me down with a bottle of Crown, fly me over the moon, take me to Buck Saloon. I happen to have visited a few of those places in the summers and spring breaks I've been here. And, the people are what make those places. And I just wanted to write one kind of non-serious, fun song about hanging out, in some of the best watering holes and spots around town.
If you say the people are what makes the places, have you met some interesting characters here in Telluride?
One or two.
Just one or two?
Yeah, on the way here, walking up the stairs.
So tell me a little bit about the members of the band and how it all began.
Yeah, the band has actually been, in some incarnations, been around for a long time. The singer Chris Collins and I, Bear Quisenberry, I play the guitar. The two of us have always written all the music. I actually ended up writing most of the Telluride songs this time. But we've been playing together since college. I don't really want to tell you how long that's been because that's going to date me, but it's been a while. And we were called Passenger for years and years and played all around Texas and the surrounding states. And all of a sudden I was driving down the road, I don't know, about 6 months ago, and I look on Sirius Radio and I see a band named Passenger with this top 10 hit. And all of our friends are calling us going, hey, congratulations. I'm like, well, that's not us, And we recently were blessed to sign a deal with House of Blues to start playing the House of Blues around Texas, Louisiana, those areas.
Okay.
And I got the call from the promoter. It said, hey, Bear, we love you guys, but as of now, this other kid's got a hit and you don't. So it's time to change your name. I guess the irony of the whole thing is, again, I'm dating myself, is I think I would be correct in saying that I don't know if that kid was born when we started using the name Passenger, but the old saying, he with the gold makes the rules. So we changed our name to Rider, and believe it or not, that name wasn't taken. You can Google any name under the sun and put band after it, any name, and it's been taken. So we were glad to find a name that worked for us, and excited to push forward with our new name, our new CD, and our new audiences that we're lucky enough to get to play up here in Colorado finally.
Do you play many covers, or is it mostly?
Well, we for years, Passenger, the original Passenger, was all original, and we would go up and we would shove 2.5 to 3 hours of original music down people's throats. And if you go to any big concert of your favorite band, when they play a song you don't know, that's when you go get a beer or go to the bathroom, right? So we started mingling in some cover music, a little more deep cut stuff. I've heard that before, not the obvious one. So we're going to play a mix tomorrow night. We're going to play a mix of this CD, some other original music we do, and then some of your favorites from the, like I said, late 60s and the 70s classic rock genre.
Okay, a little something for everyone.
Yeah, hope so.
Should we play another track off your CD?
That'd be great. Okay. That'd be great. The next song I think you're going to play is called Happy Song, and the kind of story behind that, it doesn't say the word Telluride or anything like that, but last year, I went to my first festival in Telluride, and I walked.
What was that?
Jazz Fest.
Oh, okay, that's a good first one.
It's a good stepping stone. It's a good entry level.
Kind of mellow.
And and I was walking around, and I'd seen that stage sitting there, and I was like, God, it'd be so cool to see something there. Mm-hmm. I walked in, the crowd's there, the people are having fun. I think Galactic came on stage and just blew my mind. I was walking around the festival, so it's just about being in that great Telluride atmosphere in the canyon, the music bouncing, around the canyon, and the people with smiles on their faces. It's a day in the park, town park.
All right, a day in the park, or Happy Song.
It's the strangest life you've ever known, so won't you just let it flow? Lay me down in a bed of roses. Lay me down in a bed of roses. Oh, won't you sing me? Oh, won't you sing me a happy song?
So you just started selling this CD. When did you start selling it, by the way?
Well, the official release is really, the idea is that tomorrow the Sunset Concert is kind of the kickoff.
Okay.
I have been blessed by, again, the people here in Telluride have really embraced it. It's obviously for sale on iTunes if you search Telluride Rocks and those types of places. But between the covers, Telluride Music, The Steaming Bean, Apotheca, Zaya Sun, they've all agreed to carry it. And we're thrilled to death that many of the local retailers have embraced it.
Oh, very cool. And then all the proceeds from the CD, this is important, they're all going straight to Telluride Academy. Now, there are over 40 nonprofits in town. Why did you settle on Telluride Academy?
Well, it's actually really simple. I mean, first of all, I came home last summer after being here with this group of songs all about Telluride, and it's like I asked my wife Dana, what am I going to do with a dozen songs about Telluride?
Yeah.
And we talked about it. He said, well, I'd really like to do something to help children, local children. I'd really love it to be something that had to do with music. And we found out, our oldest daughter, Cooper, goes to the Telluride Academy in the summers, and we'd found out they were going to start a new after-school music program. So I was like, there it is. We can raise money to buy instruments, we can do all these things. And then we learned about their inclusion program, which is for the special needs children, raise money for that program, and then the local scholarship, Telluride Academy Scholarship Fund for the local kids. I have a 10-year-old and an almost 5-year-old, and we to be able to give to the kids is really what it's all about at the end of the day. And it being a children nonprofit and benefiting the local children, to me, it was just a fit.
Well, that was very nice of you.
Thank you.
And how can we check out the music?
Well, in addition
you mentioned there are a couple of retailers, Zia Sun, what else
Between the
is there?
Covers, Telluride Music, Steaming Bean, Apotheca, Zia Sun. Again, it's on iTunes. We've actually got a separate website for Telluride Rocks, which is, this is original, TellurideRocks.com. You can buy it on there. We've got another website for our actual band, RiderRock.com. You can buy it there. And if you do go to iTunes and you're looking for it, search Telluride Rocks and you will find it there.
Okay. So now your performance is tomorrow night, but some of your band members aren't here
Right.
yet, correct? Including Chris Collins. He plays vocals and he's on the congas.
Right.
Yes.
He's classically trained, right?
Yeah, Chris is an interesting person. He's one of those people that's great at everything they do. I hate him.
Ah.
But no, he's actually my best friend and has been for 20 plus years. He graduated high school, got a full ride at Emory on a classical music scholarship.
Oh, wow.
During college, he didn't stay at Emory. I won't go into that. He found the Grateful Dead. Anyway, it happens. Widespread panic, all that was happening. And then we ended up at the same college in Texas. We started Passenger, did the band thing. And the guy, and he can actually sing. So many of the rock bands I hear are fantastic, but the singing is lacking. The vocal harmonies aren't there, and especially live. This kid, he can sing and he can play like everybody but me. He can play multiple instruments and is classically trained.
He has really good harmonic sense, knows how to stack harmonies properly.
Can you stack harmonies properly as well? All
He
right.
can't. No, I
I
can't.
can, yeah.
They don't let me do anything on the microphone except for say tip your waitress and
Yeah,
your
say-
bartender.
You only
Say
have
hi
a
to the people.
microphone.
That's all I'm allowed to do.
Say hi to the people.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, you have a couple upcoming shows, as I mentioned. One of them is in the Village. What's the biggest audience you've performed in front of?
Oh goodness, we have festivals, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area as well, and we probably, they range from 1,500. It's just like here. If the weather's good,
Yeah.
you get 1,000 people. If the weather's great, you get several thousand. And so we've been blessed to have audiences, upwards of several thousand to, we've played to the bar staff before too. I won't lie. That happens with original music sometimes.
Absolutely.
We're actually probably one of the larger crowds. We're going to be opening for Ted Nugent.
The Nuge.
Back at, the Nuge. Back at, of all places, Billy Bob's, Texas, which I think that place holds, like 7,500 people. But really, the fun ones are just the ones where the audience connects. I mean, it can be 25 people. It can be 2,500 people,
Yeah. I just dropped your business card.
Yeah, it's a real heavy business
The
card.
business chip.
Yeah.
Their business cards are printed on poker chips, and I can't stop playing with it.
It's not that we like to gamble, maybe.
Well, have another one.
Yeah, we got more. We got
Take
plenty.
that one.
Yeah, I have 2 of them. I paid for 2.
Well, are you going to be tired after Wednesday? Because I think you have another show, right?
We do. We have the Sunset concert Wednesday night. And I also want to mention that we're going to be out there in force. Selling these CDs for $10, and 100% of the profit of these CDs and what anybody will buy from our merch table, 100% goes to the Telluride Academy. Secondly, we wanted to book a show at one of the local venues, and Fly Me to the Moon is kind of legendary. I think the locals know all about it, but even for us, as far away as Texas, we know about it. It's a smaller venue, but it's an intimate venue, great sound, great lights, and we're really looking forward to kind of stretching out on the Fly Me to the Moon. We're going to be a little more conservative probably on the Sunset concert, and we're going to really stretch out and get into our more improvisational aspect of our band at the Fly Me to the Moon Saloon gig. And then, of course, if for some reason the weather's really bad tomorrow night, we wanted a second venue where we could get everybody out and attracted to the cause and supporting the CD, the Academy, and the band.
Absolutely. Yeah. 2 different crowds there.
One thing that I do want to mention, and I think most of the local folks know, but those who aren't local, the Sunset concert starts at 6 o'clock sharp and goes to 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
There, the Sunset. And then at the Moon, we're going to start between 8:30 or 9.
keep it family friendly for the crowd in the village.
Absolutely.
And then at the Moon, you can get weird. You can get into 30-minute guitar solos.
That's the plan. You know,
People love that there.
my kids will be there on Wednesday night, but I promise they won't be there on Thursday night.
Is there a cover charge at the Moon?
I believe there is, but I believe it's going to count as a donation. So
Excellent.
I don't know exactly what it is, but whatever it is, it's I don't think it's very much. And if you wanted to give more, you can. But I believe most, if not all, of that's also going to go towards the overall cause to the scholarship programs here.
And what are your plans for the rest of the summer? Are you going to go back to Texas and cover or play for the Nuge later this summer?
Yeah, we're going
That's
to.
in
Yeah.
August.
Yeah,
It's in August. Okay.
That's in August. You know, Jay, like I said, and Peter, they're the pros, and you know how pros are. They play all over all the time, so they'll be doing all kinds of things, all different projects, all different bands.
And we do session work too for different people.
They do a lot of session work, but Ryder itself, we're going to go back to Texas. We're going to actually play Telluride Rocks events. I think we're going to do them all at House of Blues, but I can't promise that. But we're going to do one in Dallas. We're going to do one in Houston and one in Austin. That'll be in the fall. And then, of course, we're opening for the Ted Nugent show. And then we'll have our usual local, regional shows around Texas.
Well, Jay Bear, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Did you mention the date for that, for the news?
I would tell you if I knew it off my head, but I don't. It's on it'll be on our website. It is
August 16th?
August 16th.
Yeah.
It'll be on our website again, riderrock.com or telluriderocks.com. And we're just really pleased to be here. We hope to see you out there tomorrow night supporting us in the cause. And God, we're looking forward to some nice weather up there on the mountain.
It'd be great.
Well, Bear Quisenberry and Jay Dronge, thank you so much for your time today, and have a good show tomorrow.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Tune in again next week for Off the Record After the News. This episode was produced by the KOTO News Team. The views expressed on this show are those of our guests.